We have the red Mordor player, any Brandy on the right side of the map against the blue Goblin player, not Mordor, blue Goblin player Ectelion on the left side. So, a tough matchup once again. You know, it's not the easiest thing in the world to beat Mordor as Goblins. It's possible, of course, but you need to play out of your mind in order to be able to win this one. But also keep in mind that every player is given the chance to dodge one of the matchups. So if Ectelion doesn't want to play this matchup, I mean, now it's too late. If you load into the game and there is a specific matchup you are not willing to play, you can dodge the game in about 30 seconds. Then we can remake it and you will lose your dodge potential for the entire series. We have an economical opening for the Goblin player, 4 tunnel start. That's definitely unusual. That's something we don't see very often, especially against Mordor. Mordor on the other side is building 3 slaughterhouses into the Orc Pit number 1, into the Orc Pit number 2. That's the build order from Mordor. Hey Son Goku, welcome. Okay, so Orc Warriors early on against actually Half-Troll Swordmen. And there is an obsession from Ectelion towards Half-Troll Swordmen, Half-Troll Pikemen. He's in love with those units. He thinks, and maybe he's not even wrong, that those units are busted and they are definitely worth to get. They cost as much as Uruk-hai, but I think in most situations they are even better than Uruk-hai. However, you know, unfortunately, we don't get the chance very often anymore to see the classical OG Goblin gameplay, in which we might see 5, 6, 8 Goblin caves and then the Goblin player is spamming Goblins out of his mind. That's not being the case anymore, you know? But maybe he might go for the transition later on. So Half-Troll Swordman start. He might creep the Warg layer. There is also a Wildman of Dunland layer, by the way. This is the map Dunland 2, so it has like Wildman of Dunland as layer. I've never seen this map before, by the way. I just downloaded the map, obviously. One of them is protecting this in the middle of the map. We have a Warg layer on each side. And in total, I believe we have in total 1, 2, 3, 4 Wildman of Dunland layers, which is something that doesn't exist in any other map. Hey, very welcome. I mean, me neither, my friend. Me neither. So we have a Goblin cave coming up now after the fissure for the Goblin player. Half-Troll Swordmen, they are definitely strong. They should be able to beat 2, 3, 4, you know, Orc Warriors at the same time, if they are not surrounded, of course. Mordor in the meantime is making the transition into the Troll Cage. Trolls should be definitely able to deal with the Half-Troll Swordmen, and that's already the first weakness of the Goblin faction. So when it comes to deal with monsters, flying heroes like Eagles, Nazgûls, Felbeasts, Witch King, Goblins will struggle. I mean, you can obviously recruit plenty of Goblin archers, but keep in mind that Goblins have no transition possibility. You cannot get any stronger archers but the Goblin archers. And the only way you can deal a great amount of damage to the flying heroes, or in this case to the monsters like the mountain trolls, is when you use the poison arrow, which you cannot use every single second. It has obviously a cooldown, and one of them is not going to be enough to burst down the troll. And keep in mind that Mordor trolls, if you can't burst them down, they can just simply eat an orc and they are good to go. Okay, what is happening actually? Okay, he's using War Chant, getting inside the tunnel, and now he might lose. Oh, but that's gonna be risky. You don't want to come out from this one. I don't know about that, bro. Actually, holy, what? What? Did you guys see that? What is this burst? Half-Troll Swordmen, ladies and gentlemen, they touched the Mountain Troll, and Mountain Troll is goners. Yikes. Yikes. Big yikes. The slaughterhouse is going to be taken down next. And yeah, he might be even able to take down the Troll Cage, but the Troll is going to join the battlefield just in the last possible second and will start throwing rocks on them. But you can see that. Oh my goodness, what is this damage from Half-Troll Swordmen against Mountain Troll? I mean, they are swordmen, they are supposed to be countered. Luckily, the troll is able to eat yummy, 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 and he's back to full HP. Now you can start slapping them, and yeah, he will be definitely able to take down the Troll Cage. Look at the DPS, man, that's crazy. Nice surrounding. The builder is actually getting in safety. The troll has to punch them 3 times in the face in order to take them down, which means they have enough time to take down the Troll Cage. That means also no more mountain trolls for the Mordor player, any Brandy, anytime soon. And maybe That's the strategy you need to kind of follow as Goblins against Mordor. Screw the Goblins, they are not worth it. Go for the half-throw swordsmen. They seem to be the one magical solution to all your problems as the Goblin faction, especially early mid-game. Many thanks for helping our children. I'm not helping, by the way, you guys are helping. So thank you. I mean, I need to say thank you guys for being able to get $620 so far for the children in Ukraine. The tunnel is going to be saved. And after a couple of minutes into the game, any brain has 400 command points. Any brain, he just lost the troll cage a few seconds ago. He has 6 power points in the bank. You have 7 power points for Ectelion. He's up to 550 command points in total, which is definitely an amazing start, especially in this difficult matchup as Goblins against Mordor into the best of 5 series from the player from Argentina. Hey Bone, welcome. Okay, 7 power points in the bank. That is one Orc Warrior slowly but surely recovering as he's level 2. This army is looking pretty dangerous though. I'm actually curious how hard it is to creep a Wildman of Dunland layer. I want to see that. Eight power points collected. The half troll actually taking down the slaughterhouses like they would made of wood. They would be made of wood. 8 power points now. Might go for the Spider Light special summon when he has 10, or you can also summon the Wildman of Dunland special summon, obviously. And I want to see this. Look, he's turning on him. And you see this damage from half throw swordman? How crazy is that, boys? How insane is that, please? Oh, the poison! Now you gotta eat. I think the poison might actually be enough to take him down eventually, but now the OP ability, find an orc to eat. Eat. Oh, come on now. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys. Okay, now you can start punching again. Many orcs. Orc archers also on the field. Creep Bane or cave bats will be kind of wasted in this situation. 5 power points collected after the cave bats and Warchant for the Goblin player. 10 is going to be, should be his goal. I mean, obviously you can also invest 5 of them into the Tainted Land, but keep in mind that Mordor is indeed easily able to cover your Tainted Land. So going for Tainted Land against Mordor is not the greatest call. I mean, you will still force him to actually pick the Tainted Land, so it's not, you know, like a horrible thing that will delay his 10 power point, but it will delay your 10 power point as well. Creeping action is going on both the sides. Half throw pikemen now. They should be able to touch the troll once at a time and the troll should be gone. No spiders yet, but yeah, he's actually building up the second fissure. And no cave trolls either, right? So normally in this matchup as Goblins against Mordor, you would see Goblins recruiting cave trolls, but that's not being the case in this situation. I mean, this matchup should be still favoring the Mordor faction. Okay, Orcs, they don't stand a chance. 7 power points collected, but to be honest, I'm actually surprised about the DPS of the half-throw swordman against the mountain troll. I didn't expect that, because I never saw somebody trying to beat a troll with the half-throw swordman, but apparently it's a good choice, you know? 8 power points collected now for Goblins, and we have now 5 power points only. The troll is coming in clutch. He needs to avoid the half-throw pikeman, that's very important. And now my voice, now 1 power point only away, guys. Only 1 power point away. In the meantime, we have a small fight here, which should be won by the Goblin player. 10 power points. Now the question is, what is going to be his choice? Wildman of Dunland is going to be his choice. And keep in mind, there is like an open target, level 2 slaughterhouse, which is extremely important for Mordor. And if Goblins can take this one down, it would be massive. Warchant is on cooldown. The troll is diving in. The troll is still quite healthy, but the Wildman, if they get the chance to take down your buildings, they can do that in a few seconds. And that means minus 75 command points now for the Mordor player in the Brandy. 675 in total for Goblins, and Mordor is dropping down to 525. So basically that's the most important slaughterhouse for the Mordor player. Remember, that's the only mountain troll he has remaining on the field, as the troll cage has been taken down previously by the mighty half-throw swordman. So the situation is indeed looking in favor of the Goblins, but we are talking about Mordor, and Mordor can always find a way back to the game with the industry power spike, and he needs only half a power point for that. So the goal is to get industry unlocked, in my opinion, and then make sure that you can protect the slaughterhouse with the industry buff. That's very important. 10 power points collected now Curious about his choice. The tunnel is going to be found and taken down. We have also Azog as the first hero of the game. The troll cage is building up slowly but surely. Half-troll pikemen are feeding. And Mordor is kind of keeping himself in a safe spot by expanding offensively, which is a very solid strategy against factions like Goblins and also Dwarves. Isengard, my man. Dude, Isengard, I have a surprise for you. Just for you, by the way. You can ask Balindru, you know? Watch this, please, Isengard. This one is for you, my friend. Watch your screen, okay? You like it? You like it? You like it? This one is for you, my friends. Industry is available now for Mordor. The question is when and where he's gonna use it. That's the question. The orcs are coming. He's not using it, you know, he's wasting time at this point. Many half-troll swordmen, boys. Azog level 4, great battle rage, can two-shot those trolls. And where is the one troll he has on the field? Did he actually lose him? He might have lost him. I don't see him anymore. I see one new one, but the one with level 2, I don't see him on the field. I mean, there are so many clan settings. I believe when you play Isengard in this map, you can actually build like a clan setting here on the spot. Nice camouflage technique, you know? And top left side, you are seeing. I mean, I don't see one, but maybe I'm blind. Anyway, so we need definitely more trolls, but how you want to deal... Actually, dude, Azog. Azog is only level 1. And the troll is low though. I don't know if this is a good call. Azog has to turn and fight him. You don't want to disengage. You cannot run away from him, right? Troll is going to be able to catch you. Boom! That's going to be close! Troll! Look, he's running, you know. Why are you running? Why are you running? Troll! And Azog has been slain. That was actually good for Mordor. Nice one from Andy Brandy. And there is the industry buff on the level 2 slaughterhouse in the front. We will be getting more and more mountain trolls once the Mordor player has a bit more command points. His command points kept as we are talking. 6 power points collected after the industry power spike. And goblins are up to 10 power points after the Weapon of Dunnet. So 15 is going to lead you to the Watcher special summon, which can be definitely great to kill massive amount of orcs, which is right now the primary army from the Mordor player in the Brandy. And do you have a video that shows? No, unfortunately all the videos are taken down from YouTube because it's like an illegal distribution and somebody was actively reporting them. Unfortunately they got removed. I cannot help you, but when it comes to download BFME 1, you can just download the BFME launcher and click on download button. It will do everything for you. You don't need to do anything else. Just wait until the installation is finished. Just Google BFME launcher 2.22 and then just download it and run it. That's all you gotta do. Congrats. I mean, I found the file, but Balindru edited that. I mean, everything that you see, which is edited for YouTube, for anything, it is Balindru. War Chant is available, Cave Pass is available. We have a lot of orcs, and Mordor is able to actually hold himself in the game. And that brings me to the conclusion, what is going to be the next transition? Dexter UA for the first time subbing with the primers. Dexter, my man, thank you so much for the huge support to the channel. Really means a lot. Appreciate it. And also Kalam, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. We have 13 power points in total, boys, for the Goblins, 675 command points in total. We have actually Mordor has all of a sudden more command points. How is this freaking possible? And that should be a proof about how difficult this match actually is. You have seen the great opening for the Goblins. He was able to snipe down the troll cage. He was able to burst down one of the trolls. And yet again, Goblins, they have such a big problem to break through the defense of Mordor, to go for the game-winning move, that Mordor will keep scaling infinitely. And, you know, I don't know what the solution is to this problem. And it won't get any better for Goblins, right? Goblins will get outscaled every single minute. And look at the money from the Mordor player too. Like, he will have a fair base on the field very, very soon. So I believe the only possible way, darkness now. He's not going for the Watcher, he's going for the darkness. I like this glow from the darkness, you know? It looks like a warden signal, you know what I'm saying? Like a Batman signal. You know, the only possible way I believe what the Goblin player has to eventually do is to recruit Drogoth, the Dragon Lord. This might be a great choice. Now they are shining bright like a diamond. That actually means 33% more damage and armor for the entire map. It's a spell after all. It will be able to stack with war chants. And maybe when you think about it, you know, there are factions which are quite easily getting leadership unlocked. But Goblins and Angmar are none of these factions. So Angmar has no leadership unless you go for the Frozen Land. And Goblins have no leadership unless you go recruit Gorkil the Goblin King and get him all the way to level 4. But then you have factions like Men of the West in which 8 heroes have leadership. You know what I'm saying? So it's very, very situational. Like, I believe that could be, you know, kind of a great solution to make sure that every faction has some debuff and also some leadership, you know? Okay, big commitment. You have 2 trolls. The catapult expansion will be taken down now. And he has no counters really to this troll. So troll is going to be able to eat. But I like this glow so much, dude. They are hitting so hard. There comes the Fair Beast, though. It's going to be hard to deal with. Goblins have around about 1000. The worm specials, I mean, now. The cave trolls will get burned. The fissure will be getting 2-shotted, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe 3-shotted, because he doesn't use the aggressive stance. You see, with aggressive stance, 2 shots would be enough. That's why using battle stances with your units, heroes, monsters is extremely important. 7 power points in the bank. The Fair Beast, you know, it's almost impossible for the Goblins to deal with. Right? It's very hard. But the Troll Cage, at least that something has been taken down for the second time in this game. And yeah, double fissure is gone, boys. That means no more cave trolls anytime soon. Yes, one of them is badly damaged. And unlike the mountain trolls, these trolls have no recovery. So you need to get them to level 2. And they are so worse, in my opinion, than the mountain trolls. Because you need to get your fissure to level 2, which Mordor doesn't have to. You can just build Troll Cage and start recruiting trolls right off the bat, you know? You don't need to lose you don't need to lose money or time. So nobody was capturing this in either in the middle of the map. What do you want to do about this situation though? How you want to deal now with this? You need to have multiple goblin archers. Multiple. Maybe with the darkness. Let's see. I want to see the damage. You know, you see the damage. It's not very high, you know? Look, it's nothing. I mean, now here's Spider Riders. I want to see this. Now we will have multiple units shooting them. Poison arrows was used as well from the Spider Riders. But you can see, right, the struggle against one single Fair Beast. And keep in mind that Mordor has access to 3 of these. 2 Fair Beasts and a Witch King. That's what I'm trying to say. It's not going to become any better for Goblins. The longer the game goes on, the harder it is going to be for Ictelion with the Goblin faction. We have 10 power points collected after the Worm, 750 command points in the bank. On the other side, we have 600 command points collected for Ictelion. He has 10 power points collected after the Darkness. So power point wise, Indy Brandy is even leading. I don't know how this is possible. I want to see this. Double Spider Rider. I mean, War Chant, Poison Arrow. I mean, he can use Screech, right? It's on cooldown. Troll is slapping. You see. I mean, dude, I need to tell you, I don't like Spider Riders. You might not like me for that, but I just don't like them, and I don't think they are actually efficient in terms of price. And the thing is that you need to get your Spider Pit to level 2 before you get the chance to recruit them. So they are not feeling very reliable. They are not feeling tanky. They also don't feel like they are dealing a lot of damage. So yeah, I don't know what I should be thinking about them. 13 power points collected after the Worm, 12 power points away for the 25. It's already impressive that Goblins are able to hold themselves this long against Mordor. But you can see his money is going up, and he's only 1,200 away from recruiting the second Fair Beast, which will be a nightmare situation for the Goblins. Okay, 14 power points collected, almost 15. The money is looking good for Mordor. It's not looking that great anymore for Ictelion. He's dropping down to 575 command points. He's at 13 power points as well. He's also 12 power points away from his 25. So basically the Balrog or the Summoned Dragon, they can do a lot of stuff here for Goblins. You know, they can deal incredible amount of economical damage. 13 power points, got beautiful trample into the orcs, but these are only orcs, or black orcs in this case. And even they are, you know, dealing a lot of damage when they are getting revenge damage, you know, not even hold ground stance. The Fell Beast is recovering. We might see a second Fell Beast very soon. PowerPoint wise, it's slightly in favor of Indie Brandy, but nothing really to mention. I mean, only 2 power points differential is not really a big deal. But the Fell Beast is a big deal. That's the problem. And that's the thing. You need to now be clumped. You need to clump all your arm. You need to have like 5 Spider Riders, 10 Goblin Archers, if you want to be able to kill him before he can get the chance to disengage. 19 power points, and he is actually creating so much momentum. Just the existence of this Fell Beast is creating so much pressure on the Goblin player Ectelion. We have now the Mouth of Sauron, ladies and gentlemen, who's also a great counter to cavalry. So basically, you can just keep chasing down those Spider Riders and get more and more levels the second you need to stop to shoot down the Fell Beast. Okay, so 20 power points collected. 925 for Mordor, man. Holy guacamole, guys. 675 for Goblins without any Burrow expansions. But, you know, I think a look into the minimap can actually give you lots of information about the current stage of the game. It's definitely not looking great. Indie Brandy is getting the upper hand in this game number 1. The Fell Beast is phenomenal. The Builder has been taken down though, I think. Was it a Builder or only Orcs? Let me zoom in. Ah, only Orcs, my bad. I mean, he has the 1 ring. Maybe the Dark Lord can do something, even though we gotta say that he is far away from getting anywhere close to the 10,000, as he has to reinvest the money he's, you know, collecting over and over again into more and more Goblin Warriors, Half-Throw Swordmen, Spider Riders especially. Look. I mean, what is this damage? 2 of them, one of them is actually melee ranging, 2 of them are getting bullied from rock throw. This is Fiesta. Dude, nice hit, dude. You see the splash damage? Oh my goodness. Oh my, he's one-shotting everything. 24 power points collected for Mordor. And Goblins are only at 20. Yes, Darkness once again. And Darkness can be used, right? Darkness, does it also give leadership to monsters? Nope, that is not the case. But Darkness plus War Chant might be the DPS you need to actually one-shot. And maybe the problem is that once again, they have no access to triple buff. Unless you make a sacrifice early on for the God Kill the Goblin King. But I don't think God Kill the Goblin King is a great investment either, you know? He's not very cheap. Almost level 6 Fell Beast. I mean, doesn't really matter when he's on the Fell Beast. He's getting a bit more armor, I believe. The HP doesn't scale from the Witch King of Mordor and also from the Fell Beast of Mordor. They have always 6000 HP, level 1 until level 10. But I believe they will get more and more stats in terms of armor and stuff like this. 22 power points collected now for Goblins. The power points are rising. War Chant has been used. Cave Bats has been used. Big fight. Easterlings are still taking care of the Spider Riders. 24 power points now. And we have the Rain of Fire. I missed it. The Rain of Fire has been casted. But now we will have 25 from the Mordor, from the Goblin faction. I want to see this, dude. I want to see this. Dude. The trolls are slapping. 25 power points into the Balrog, the demon of the ancient world. Maybe he might make something happen. Maybe he can use the whip to take down the fly from the sky. Sauron, yeah, but Sauron, look his money, you know, he's not. Oh, there comes demon. Fume, son. Do it. Ignite. Auto attack. He's attacking like a grandmother. You know, the auto attack animation, even a turtle would have enough time to dodge this, you know what I'm saying? The swing of his sword, you know, it like takes ages. 3 power points collected. I mean, focusing down the fortress is pointless with the 25. The fortress is just too tanky for that. We're gonna try to deal economical damage by taking down the level 3 slaughterhouses or take down the production buildings, but don't waste time unless you have like a backup army that can finish the job, because the Balrog all alone won't be able to deal that much damage to the fortress of Mordor. So the Troll Cage has been taken down. The Balrog's time is going down quite fast. Mouth of Sauron is level 4, has doubt. 7 power points collected, but he's dropping down to 4, 75 command points. Only the trolls are charging in. That might be a commitment now to the fortress of the Goblin faction. But one of the trolls has been sniped by the fortress. The Balrog has not much time left, and the armor is coming in handy for Andy Brandy. Andy's, fortress is definitely in a safe spot. He doesn't need to be worried about that. But we cannot say the same about the Goblin fortress from Ictilion. It's already at 50% HP mark. He will be now unlocking the Spider Ally special summon defensively to kill this troll. And Mordor has 12 power points collected after the Rain of Fire. The Felbeast keeps committing and being a nightmare. And the fortress has been taken down by Mouth of Sauron, who is almost level 6 now. And that will be a GG situation. Only these buildings are left. And the second the last production building falls, the game will be over. And the first victory goes to Andy Brandy from Slovakia in a bad matchup for Ictilion. A tough matchup. You have seen the beginning of the game yourself, guys. You have seen how great the opening was for the Goblins. But yet again, if you cannot finish off the game within the first 10 to 15 minutes max, not even that long, maybe 10 minutes, then you will fall behind a lot. Isengard, my friend, I'm expecting you, I'm hoping for it. Just as I was even, now you gotta stay, you know what I'm saying? Now you gotta stay. We have the red Isengard play Andy Brandy on the left side, who was the winner of the previous game as Mordor against Goblins, and he's facing this time against the blue Elven player Ictilion. We will see a Malone tree into the second Malone tree. Ictilion is a player who likes to open with additional resource buildings at the beginning of the game, so you might see him building 3-4 resource buildings before anything else. So what is the plan though? I mean, he will be going definitely for the third lumber mill and for the lumber mill number 4. Yes sir! Economical opening, I'm telling you. So the first player who was moving to the semifinals, by the way, is Mr. Smokey. And the winner of this is also gonna move on to the semifinals as the second player. So with that being said, we are coming to we are close to the end of this tournament. And very soon we will determine the champion and the top 10 players who will get a cash prize reward. But obviously, if you can make it to the top 3 spot, that's where the fun begins. That's the time when you actually gonna shine bright like a diamond and make lots of money. Cave Pets for scouting, so he's aware of the late barracks from the Elven player. We will have Uruk Pit into the Uruk-hai. This is no rebel of mine, this orcs. These are Uruk-hai. Their schlong is long and they are also hitting like a truck. Cave Pet or Kribin is gonna be on cooldown very soon. He's scouting, Oh, what is this? What is this, Precious? What is this? He didn't see that. He didn't see that. He doesn't know. He doesn't know, chat. He doesn't know. I mean, I don't know what the purpose of this one is, though. Ictilion is actually coming in with, like, very strange, but most of the time also successful strategies. That's the reason why he was making it to the quarterfinals in the first place. And getting out of the group stage by being undefeated. He was able to win every single game in the group stage too. And Tanatal, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Means a lot. We're gonna enjoy your stay. Okay, Uruks, they should be able to tank the damage for a bit. We have Lorien Warriors offensively into the second Lorien Warrior Battalion. But the Warg Pit is coming up now. The Warg Pit is coming up. They have Uruks or Crossbowmen, in this case for defense. He's going for the Pikemen next. Archers, they are using the Rallying Call and, shoot, disengage. You might still lose the... FIESTA! Look at them, dude. They are melting those Uruks. And Lorien Warriors. Oh, don't be in the middle range. Dude, they are so fast too, these Lorien Warriors, right? So you can get back in here, in this spot, in which you can definitely take down the furnace. Pikeman next, Warg Pegs. Okay, Warg Pegs, they can't really do much, right? And Kribin is still on cooldown. So as you can see, even though he was trying to punish the Elven player because of 4 resource building opening, but he couldn't. One Lorien Archer was definitely enough to bully those Uruk-hai quite a lot. Okay, now the push is incoming with 1 Pikeman and 1 Lorien Archer. The Rallying Call is going to be off very soon. He is not recruiting any Pikemen as we are talking, but he needs to eventually also start creeping. If a fight situation here, Lorien Warriors getting into the backline, Andy has to be careful to not feed too many of these crossbowmen for no reason. Archers shooting from downtown. In the meantime, we have a fight in the middle. Uruks, they are trying to get into the backline, but pikemen in the porcupine formation are body blocking quite successfully. And during all this time, the economy from the Elven player, Ictelion, is remaining untouched. But on the bright side, Indy is at least creeping. He's getting something from the map, getting additional money and resources, which can be always useful. But there is like a crazy amount of pressure, as you can see. That's a very aggressive playstyle from the Elven faction. Like, we have seen a lot from, like, Men of the West, for example, with the forward barracks, but that's legit the first time I see a forward barracks from the Elven faction. And it works out pretty nicely. There is a statue too, for additional command points and also damage and armor. He's moving on eventually to the troll creep. Creepin is gonna be shot in the face, but he will be able to save them. I mean, they have not much time left anyway, right? And no stable yet. We have in total 400 command points for Isengard and 460 for elves. But this is gonna be protected. Nice timing with the war gliders. Now that's going to force the Elven player to recruit additional pikemen. In the Uruks, you can save them all you want, but until they get level 2, they can't really do much, right? They might get level 2 here. One more kill. There we go. No, bad trample, bad trample, bad trample. Oh, that hurts my eyes. The amount of experience a Warrior needs to get from level 1 to level 2 is insanely a lot. So until this is gonna happen, or until you buy banners on them, which requires you to build the armory first, this Warrior is gonna become completely useless. But creeping, that's good. That's good. No stable yet. Double barracks, he's spamming units, no heroes either. So we have not seen Lords, no Sharko, no Haldir, no Glorfindel, no Arwen even. And Isengard is in a turtle situation. He is defending himself only. 400 command points against 460. Rallying Call is going to be used. We know that Creepin is on cooldown. The Lorien archers are bullying those crossbowmen hardcore. The clan setting is building up for Isengard player, for the Wildman of Daland. But he needs to do stuff about... Oh, the Warg packs though. War chant on the one Uruk... one... Dude, leave one Warg alive and the sheep are never... Okay, the one and only, he was riding into the pikeman, you know what I'm saying? Dude, that's unfortunate. But he's, you know, capturing this in, eventually, should be capturing this in, because that will give you a chance to recruit some Black Orcs. Black Orcs are actually quite efficient, they are cheaper than Urukai, and I believe, in my opinion at least, they are one of the best in units in the entire game. Arwen, the builder, has been sniped, and you can see the minimap, right? So elves have crazy pressure on Isengard. The bottom barracks is doing a phenomenal job pressuring the bottom side, and he's sending more units from this barracks through the middle, which kind of creates so much pressure that Isengard cannot really push back. Every single Malone tree is in an open area and has no protection, but the thing is, Isengard doesn't have the chance, really, to punish him. Is it possible to make schedule for the last part of the tournament? It's hard. But I will try my best to actually schedule those games and also let you know in Discord. Guys, my wife called me. I need to help her real quick. I need like 1 minute, okay? I'll be right back. I'm gonna zoom out a little bit and then like around this side. Sorry, I need, but it's important, okay? I'll be back. Sorry guys, I'm back. Sorry for waiting. I was running, dude. Oh, but it's what is actually happening. Okay, that's interesting. The barracks has been taken down. Haldir level 2. If the Isengard can deal with this army, he might actually be in a good spot. 450 for Isengard. Oh, he can deal with this army. Oh, nice. Dude, that's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That's huge. That's a very good fight for Isengard. Very good fight for Isengard. This actually might be able to turn the game around. But what is the money from the Elven player, dude? He's rich. I would love to see a giant eagle, you know?
I'm hurt.
I'm hurt. Oh, I'm hurt. Use Atlas, girl. Arwen is no more. Oh, but dude, the comeback. What is happening? What did I miss in this 2 minutes? What is he saving up for? He has 3k in the bank. What, he wants Legolas? Or Transwheel? Because is he AFK actually? What? Guys, is he AFK?
It's time to stop! It's time to stop, okay? No more! Where the fuck are your parents? Who are your parents? I'm gonna call Child Protective Services. It's time to stop!
Oh, now he's moving, but now it's solid. Oh, dude. What? Ships. I mean, it is a video guess. You need to tell that, you know. Only I can afford to go AFK during a match. You can't. Oh, dude, that's unfortunate. I mean, he was having such a momentum, such a great lead, but he messed up a lot. Like, he's dropping down all the way to 2,750 command points. That's the only level 2 barracks he has, or Malon 3 has left on the field. So that's unfortunate, man. I don't know what to say. And he will be losing this eventually as well. Yeah, this one is gonna go down as well. And ladies and gentlemen, 200 command points. Just like that. He has heroes cooking in the fortress, I can tell you that. But he cannot even join the battlefield because he has no command points available. Isengard all of a sudden is actually emptying Isengard. The Orfang is leading the army to Lothlorien and crash the Elven countries. 9 power point collected after the Weapon of the Unnamed special summon. We see more and more Black Orcs coming, and this situation, by all means, isn't looking good for elves. He went AFK when you went AFK. He's like, screw that, when Shanks is not casting, I'm not gonna play. Maybe that was the reaction. Huge army in the middle, also bottom side. And if he can group them all together with Warchant, he might even be able to go for the victory. And go for the win, you know? Towers are coming up, but elves are poor. They're out of the game. He has Tom Bombadil special summon. Haldir is only level 3 though. You know, when you get level 8, the Golden Arrow, and you summon the Tom Bombadil, and then you can go for a Wombo combo with the Sonic Song, but that's like a dream that's not gonna happen in this game, trust me on that one. This is definitely not looking good for us. This is definitely not looking good. The barracks... Dude, I don't know, man. He was... Dude, it's so unfortunate. He's already, you know, losing ones. Oh, Tom Bombadil! Boom, son! Tom Bombadil in the building. That's what we like to see. Underrated. Super strong. Tanky. And I've never seen somebody trying to kill him. You know, every time you see him, everybody is running for his life. Everybody is disengaging all the time. I mean, he has heroes cooking. I'm expecting heroes now very soon. He has leadership now. Tom Bombadil is going for a second juicy Visa Blast. Level 4, do it. Sonic Song, no. Isengard doesn't need to fight there, you know. He can just take down the Malone trees and put the Elven player further behind. I mean, go for the siege weapons at this point. Level 3 furnace, level 3 furnace. Ictelion doesn't say a word, and he will be just leaving the game silently. And that's going to be the second victory for Andy Brainy. What an unlucky game though. We have the blue Isengard play Ictelion at the bottom side, against the red Goblin player Andy Brandy on the top side. I mean, I believe in the Champions League we had, you know, before the tournament started in the last month, the worst matchup was actually between Isengard and Goblins, in which Goblins were able to dominate most of the time. Let's see if this was only in the Champions League or if it's gonna be also the case in this tournament. 2 furnaces into the 3rd furnace coming up for Isengard. He might go for the furnace number 4. Just like all the other games, he likes to build up 4 resource buildings regardless what the matchup is and what faction he gets to play with. On the other side, we see 2 tunnels into the Spider Pit opening. Spider Pit is definitely a solid choice on a map like this. Those mobile spiderlings, they can come in quite handy in order to harass from multiple sides. You know, be quick, hit and run, and hard to get caught. 2 tunnels, Spider Pit into the 3rd tunnel. 4 furnaces into the Uruk Pit. That's the build order from Ectelion in the game number 3. Okay. So, Spiderlings. Warchan has been already chosen by the Goblin player. Isengard will also most likely choose the Warchan himself. He's now building up the clan setting, which definitely is a great call against Goblins, because the Weapon of the Unland, they are much cheaper than Uruks, but also stronger than Goblin Warriors, which we won't see anytime soon, because he is now sticking up to the Spiderlings. And again, we have seen this a couple of times in which Goblins, they like to go actually for the Half-Throw Swordman action and not necessarily go for the Goblin spam. Crossbowman for the defense, which is a good call, by the way, because Spiderlings are actually weak against archers. Yeah, I was wondering, has there a chance that Shanks will ever stream on YouTube? Maybe, King Gato, but I normally like to split this a little bit, you know what I'm saying? I want to stream most of the time on Twitch, then we have video content on YouTube, but maybe in the grand finals of this tournament, we might actually go for like a first time ever streaming on YouTube. Hey Rose, welcome. Okay, one of the furnaces has been taken down. The Spiderlings are still quite healthy, but Ectelion was demolishing the building in time to deny them the experience. That's very important. One more Spiderling is coming, and you see the speed. You know, the speed is very important. The crossbowmen are good. Where Warp Riders? Yeah, there are no Warp Riders. What is he doing? Why is he disengaging actually? I think he had the chance to finish this off. Weapon of the Unland, aggressive stance, very interesting. I mean, not really interesting, it shouldn't be used in my opinion. 450 command points for Isengard and 400 for the Goblins. So Goblins went actually for the Fisher. Oh, where Warp Riders, where your mom? And I would say in the kitchen cooking. Crossbowman, and Wildman. And the thing is, everything mentioned here is actually getting countered by one single Spider Rider, because he has no pikemen. But that's gonna be changed very soon. He's going to creep. And by the way, which is kind of funny, is that the pillage from Weapon of the Unland is also working on the lair. Watch this. Oh, it's not working anymore. It's working, you see? I mean, you are still getting money even though you are attacking the lair, which can be quite nice. So basically, you know, the situations in which people are trying to save their builders and then they build a wall hub. I think that's a perfect situation for a Weapon of the Unland, because then you can keep hitting this wall hub all the time and keep stealing money all the time. This is so tanky, you know, you can't destroy it fast enough. 450 command points against 450, so it's pretty even, but Goblins are expanding. There is a tunnel, as you can see at the bottom left corner. It's hiding in the trees. He's moving more from the left side, so the right side is actually clean. And keep in mind that Isengard has now the Cliff Beds upgrade, so I'm gonna show you guys how much vision control he has with this upgrade on the fortress. Watch this. He's able to see a lot. Like, I'm telling you, if he has this and plus this 2 in the middle captured, he can legit see around about 60% of this map, which is massive for a map like Jungles of Farharat. On a small map, that's even more effective, because you will get the chance to see more than 50%. Now the map is too big, you know, to see this corner with this upgrade. But imagine a map like Forts of Isen or Sakura Forest, for example. You can see every important area and you will be prepared for a sneaky attack. There is a tunnel in the middle of the map. We have half-throw swordmen, 1, 2, 3 of them. And what is the solution? They cannot be trampled down. Crossbowmen, they will need ages to take them down. And I cannot tell you who is stronger in a one-on-one situation. If Uruks are stronger than the half-throw swordmen, I don't know. Can't you stream both on Twitch on YouTube? No, I can't. I'm Twitch partner and that's forbidden, unfortunately. Warchain is gonna be used. 4 power points collected. 3 power points. Torch is on the Weapon of the Unend. They're actually hitting very hard even against half-throw Swordman. What the heck? I mean, they are dying to one shot, but they are dealing a lot of damage in return. Bad trample with the Spider Riders once again from Andy Brandy. Isengard is actually expanding very nicely. Yeah, there is a sneaky tunnel, but it was never used until now. And yes, the Goblins will be able to win this fight in the middle, but that's fine. That's fine. Because losing a fight here doesn't really matter that much, right? As you have nothing to lose something, you know, after the fight is over. Because the fight is happening in a spot which is kind of neutral, you know? Isengard is going for the first counterattack with the Weapon of the Unend. There is a level 2 Spider Pit, obviously, as we have seen the Spider Riders already on the field. The half-throw Swordmen are chasing down those pikemen. The Whitemen are coming in handy now. And yeah, in order to deal with them, maybe you will need extrovers, you know? Maybe. Maybe that can be a great choice. Maybe even Warg Riders, maybe Lords, maybe Sharku. Half-throw Swordmen are doing a good job. Warchain has been used on these Weapon of the Unend. The pikemen are dying though. But not fast enough. The Warchain is coming in clutch. And the Wildmen are crushing those half-throw Swordmen when they are not being focused on. 500 command points for Isengard and 450 for Goblins. Isengard actually doing a phenomenal job in this game. I was not expecting such a great... Always forgot most useless units. That's gonna be the famous last words from Andy Brandy. Doesn't even call it GG. And ladies and gentlemen, we got ourselves a series. 2-1 now after this game. Isengard is victorious. We have the red Elven player, Andy Brandy on the left side, against the blue Elven player, Ectelion on the right side. So, this is a mirror match I think the majority of people don't like to see. And there is a specific reason for that. Because of the Elven gameplay is so slow and you have no siege power. So basically you cannot really finish off the game with your infantry units or cavalry units only. And you need to go for the ends. So you gotta build the end mode to be able to siege. And the ending of this game most of the time is actually having like a huge army of archers just to be a shield wall of human shield or elven, of human flesh or elven flesh, just to keep this ends protected. That's the thing. Never played Elf Mirror, more archer win. Yes, sir. That's the plan. That's the plan. So we have early barracks after, not early barracks, 2 Malone trees, barracks into the 3rd Malone tree. This is for Andy Brandy. On the other side, once again, just like in all the matches today from Ectelion, we have an economical opening from 4 Malone trees into the barracks. So, money opening and pretty much traditional opening after 2 Malone trees. And we will have pikeman opening for Andy Brandy. He might creep this warclare. It should be easy and uncontested as it's very close to the fortress. Going for the troll is going to be a bit more risky, but it's also possible. You can also get the chance to capture this inn, but keep in mind that Elven faction gets only access to the peasants, and let's be real, peasants are not the best units in the game. Even though they are swordmen, they are dealing great economical damage, building damage, structural damage, but I don't like them. Okay, so pikemen, they are leading forward to creep this. We will have on the other side also pikemen opening for Ectelion, but he has now the Malone tree number 5 upon the field. And there comes the second barracks already for Andy Brandy. After 4 Malone trees only. 4 Malone trees into the second barracks. I believe what can be good in this matchup is actually our early Haldir, guys. I'm telling you, Haldir, if you get him early, there is a high chance that you get him to level 5 quite soon. And then you have permanently the double buff, which can give you the strength and the bonus you need to win those skirmishes between archers against archers or lancers against lancers. Did he actually use Rallying Call for creeping? Yeah, he did. Why? Why would you do that? I don't think it's good. I mean, the thing is, Ectelion doesn't know that. And Ectelion doesn't really go for the attack. They are playing it super slowly, creeping a lot, and no harassment is happening as we are talking. Now we have the second barracks upon the field for blue, but not for red. So there is a chance that Ectelion might go for a hero very soon. And the hero might be Arwen as a very cost-efficient hero, and also Haldir. I personally would prefer Haldir in this matchup, or generally for the Elven gameplay, because he seems to be one of the most reliable heroes, as he is scaling even after level 5. because level 8 can be quite important, as Elven faction has not many ways to get fear resistant. So the only way you can get fear resistant with the Elven faction is actually the Elven Wood. And you don't go for the Elven Wood most of the time, because most of the time you wanna, actually in this matchup you might even go for the Elven Wood. Why? Because going for the Eagles against Elves, I don't think it's a good idea, you know? Frau Frose with the Primus for the second man, appreciate it, really means a lot. Thank you for the huge spot. And welcome back.
Frou-Frous just resubscribed for 2 months. Ahoy.
Ahoy. Appreciate it. So there is going to be a push. We also get those beautiful peasants. Look how handsome they are, boys. Old man going to war. Old man, but with long blonde hair. What the heck is that? Oh, we have Haldir already on the field for Ectelion. He's creeping with the pikeman and Haldir, but he needs to do something about this. What's happening now? In the middle, but also from the bottom side. The pikemen, they can take down the Malone tree in a few seconds, but it looks like they want to go for the barracks, which is not the best call in my opinion. Yes, they are dealing a lot of damage, but I don't think it's going to be important even if you can take it down. I think taking down the Malone trees is a bit more valuable. So Andy Brandy was able to win the fight in the middle of the map. They have almost no more creeps left on the map. And now it's about fighting. So the stable now for the Lancers. The same situation, so double barracks and stable. Double barracks and stable. The only difference is that Ectelion has Haldir. And I like this difference. So now, obviously, because of Haldir, he has now less units on the field. And if he can defend himself against this army, he will be in a very good spot. And all he gotta do is kill the pikemen. Because now the Lancers, they can clean up. The pikemen are not in position, the archers will get trampled down. Rallying call has been used, one more trample is all it takes. Actually, what the heck? Did you guys see that? He was riding directly into the pikemen. Not only he did receive 0 damage, but the pikeman almost got one-shotted. And the rallying call has been blown away, and that's what I'm talking about. And the barracks has not even been taken down. That's like a win-win-win-win-win-win situation for Ectelion. He's coming up so ahead from this trade, trust me on that one. Now the commitment though, with the Lancers, the Malone tree has 0 protection, they will be able to take it down. After the first couple of minutes into the game, we can see Ectelion is up to 500, he's gonna drop down to 450 after losing this Malone tree. He is at 6 power points right now. You have the same power points collected for Andy Brandy, he's also at 500 command points. So command points and power points are looking identical. And for that reason, let me tell you that I personally believe that Ectelion is coming up ahead from this early game. Because of Haldir. He's almost level 4 already, you know? Level 5 is such a massive power spike. And if you don't go for the miss, there is no way you can deny him the double buff. That means in those fights, he will be always able to out-damage and out-sustain you. Out-tank you.
Protect these lands.
No. Hey, Oka 6, my friend. Thanks for paying attention. Dude, I am out of my mind, I think. Yes. My bad. Actually, I take it back. It's the other way around. Dude, because I was so used to that Ectelion is always building those 4 Malone trees, I was confused for a second. Then, you know, when you make a mistake, you commit on the mistake. You know what I'm saying? You never go back. Dude, what's wrong with me? Thank you for letting me know though. Yeah, I mean, obviously it's the other way around, boys. So the red one is actually Andy Brandy and the blue one is Ectelion. So Ectelion is actually kind of falling behind, which is not a good sign because that's the game winning point. If Andy Brandy wins that, he will be able to win the series and move on to the semifinals. Getting one big step closer to the cash prize of 600. That's the money the champion is going to get. The second place is going to get 300 and the third place, I believe, is going to get 150. And then we will reward the top 10 players in total. So even if you just make it to the top 10 spot, you will still get some money. Not a lot, but still some money. $15 if I'm not mistaken. So we have Haldir now also for Ectelion. But the thing is that he's going to be level 1. So this Haldir is going to hit level 5 way sooner. Way sooner. But regardless what is happening now, trust me, it will end up being an end game, you know? I'm legit talking about end mode. This game between elves and against elves can't be won without the end. You need ends, either from the spellbook or from the end mode. Love the streams, thank you so much. Hanslock, appreciate it, my friend, and welcome. Glad to see you in the chat. And Benzi is in the chat. Brantales, welcome. Hey Shanks, finally able to catch your stream. How are you? Last Grandmaster. Dude, thank you so much for being here, Brantales. Appreciate it. I'm doing good, man. Thank you so much for asking. I hope you are also fine. And we were not streaming for 4 days, but today finally we are able to make some progress. Today is the last day of the round of 16, so we are now officially in the quarterfinals. And after 1 or 2 days after the quarterfinals is done, we will be able to jump into the semifinals. As we have already, after the series, already 2 players waiting in the semifinals. So we have Smokey already in the semifinals, and the winner between Ectelion and Any Brandy is also gonna move on to the semifinals. Then we have AWK against Sauron. That's gonna be a quite fun game. Traki against Maru, and the winner is gonna face against Fairy in the quarterfinals. Elvenwood is gonna be the choice, and Elvenwood can't be covered as we are talking. But keep in mind that Elvenwood is only a buff, so you don't get leadership from it. Oh, that's a smart disengagement. I like this. Just disengage. You don't need to fight this. You have, I mean, they are both buff, but keep in mind that Ectelion has Elvenwood. That means even after the rallying call is gone, he can still use it and keep having the buff for his army. Need use Hoja. Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Shanks, we need more streams. Hey Rogash, glad to see you in the chat. Where is your troll emote, my friend? Sauron playing tonight? I don't know. I have not heard from him yet, so I cannot confirm. But maybe, if he's around, and if Ave is around, we can also get their games done. I would love to see those games though. Sauron against Ave could be really fun to watch. Okay, that's a... I don't like this commitment from Ectelion though. Look, the archers are demolishing. That's the thing, you know, that's the Elven army you would always see. Heal is coming in clutch. Haldir is almost level 5, like a quarter level away. The Elvenwood is gonna be used. Now he will be able to keep the buff, but the thing is that he can just disengage. Now we are talking though. We have Haldir level 4 already. He was able to catch with the level so nicely. The placement from Haldir inside the archer army was the key to share experience and level up like crazy. Look at the level differential. They're almost equal, even though by the time this Haldir joined the battlefield, this Haldir was already level 4. So he was able to catch up to him so nicely. In the meantime, we have small harassments going on with the Lorien warriors and Rivendell Lancers, sorry. There is a well in the middle, 700 command points in total for Ectelion and 800 command points for Andy Brandy. But the thing is, the second this Ent is gonna join the battlefield, it's gonna be really hard for Ectelion to take him down. So the archer damage against Ents, unless you have them, you know, Silverton arrows, is going to be little to zero. And the problem what we have is that you cannot really take those Ents down. Chaotic Vision, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. What I'm trying to say is like, the only way you can take him down is sending your pikemen forward. But with this many archers protecting and backing up this Ent, your pikemen, they will never, not in 1 million years, be able to reach out to this Ent. Now we have leadership. That's a bad fight to take. And keep in mind that Ectelion, I mean, Andy Brandy has now his own Elvenwood. And he will be using it to cover this Elvenwood. Now we are talking. Now he can just get on the land. And oh, nice shot, dude. The Ents though. The Ents though. They have buff leadership now with Haldir, but buff is on cooldown. That was not the best Elvenwood in my opinion. The mist is going to be used from Ectelion on his own army. I don't know why would he use it on his own army. I think using it here and being able to push forward would be a better call. But keep in mind that he has double well. Building now the well number, now the statue actually. Dude, he will have so much recovery. What is the Ent doing? The Ent is literally going to war, but he's gonna trample. Yes, true. Beautiful trample from Ectelion. Holy moly, no pikeman, no problem. Nice punishment, and he is getting crushed. The Ent though, the Ent one-shots the well, by the way, almost one-shots the well. But now he has no protection anymore. Now the Ent is gonna be taken down, and that's actually creating so much momentum now for Ectelion. Look, this Ent though, he doesn't want to die, and that's the thing. I'm talking to you guys. The thing is that you cannot really take down those Ents fast enough with the Elven army, you know? The pikemen, they need to hit them multiple times. Level 7 Haldir. Level 7 Haldir. This Haldir is also level 7. Glorfindel is putting on the Blade of Purity. He's now a Jedi. He's going ham with the Force, but he's being bullied. Does he have heal? Kill him, shoot him, kill him, shoot him. 1, 2 hits, 1, 2 hits, one more hit. Just commit. Oh, the horse archers though, they want heal is gonna be used, but one more beautiful trample is coming in clutch to one-shot those Lorien archers. 785 command points available for Ectelion and 735 for Indie Brandy. 11 power points collected after the the Elven Wood, and he's only 4 power points away from his end special summon. Now with the end special summon, he might go for a sneaky attack. Eventually you might, you know, instead of 2 of them, I think going 1 for 1 3-beard is gonna be a better call. 3-beard is more tanky, and the thing is, even if he's low, all you like is Rise of the Witch King, and even if 3-beard is low, he's a hero, right? He will be able to heal himself up anyway, right? It's not a big deal for 3-beard. 11 power points collected. Those Lindens though, we might see armory very soon. We have also Mirkwoods now coming up for Ectelion. Not very soon for the other Elven player. The Mirkwoods are going to be able to out-damage this army by a lot. But the Ents are going to be even a problem for the Mirkwoods. You know, how can you deal with them? How can you kill them fast enough? I mean, you can't. You can't. 1 well, 2 well, statue. The splash damage from this end. Look, he's shooting from downtown. And shooting at him with the normal archers is kind of pointless. Like, he's gonna... Maybe Mirkwoods can hurt him? Hell no, brother. He's healing. They are actually legit healing him. Did you see the HP going down? I didn't. I think he can sit there, literally, and tank this for like 10 minutes straight. And he wouldn't die. He wouldn't die. He wouldn't die. He wouldn't die. Elven Wood is going to be used. He knows the Elven Wood from his opening is on cooldown, so he has the buff now on this spot. 14 power points collected for Indie Brandy. Lorfinil is diving in with the horse, but keep in mind. Oh, but the end is trampling everything down, dude! I'm telling you guys, you need to recruit Ents. All the Mirkwoods, you step on them and they are no more problem. What a huge loss for Ectelion. What a bad commitment. Bad. The Elven Wood is almost back up, and now the Elven player Indie Brandy has access to the End special summon from the spellbook. As we are talking, he has 2 Ents. So with this, he will have in total 4 Ents. He can use them to even take down the fortress in a few seconds. Now Ectelion realizing, okay, there is no chance, there is no way of victory for me unless I will be building up my own Ent mood, and that's a very good call. Ectelion is also almost at 15 power points, but unlike Indie Brandy, he has also the chance, if he wants to go for the Eagles. Even though I don't think Eagles can do a lot of stuff here, but maybe they can be used to take down this Ent. Maybe. He's gonna summon the Eagles to take down the enemy cavalry. Okay, that's the plan. I mean, I don't know, was this really needed? I don't think they would... Oh, I'm blind. I didn't see the End special summon. I'm blind. Yes, that was actually a good call from Ectelion then. He was able to save the fortress. That's very good. The End special summon is going to be defended quite easily. And also on top of that, Indie Brandy lost a lot of his Lancers. So now the Ents, they gotta make stuff. You are camping on middle. Your map, yeah. What is he supposed to do though? Every time he's trying to go for attack, he's getting crashed. And Indy is not saying a word. And boys, we got ourselves a series from 2-0 to 2-2. We have the blue Goblin player, Ectelion, at the bottom side, against the red Ingmar player, Indie Brandy, at the top side. Very early, Hall of the Kingsman after the first mill. On the other side, we see 2 tunnels coming up for the Goblins. So, you know, it's really not a great matchup for the Goblins, man. And also not a big map, you know. It's not a small map, it's like a medium-sized map. I would say it's like very similar to the map Forts of Isen, but it's definitely a tough one. Very, very tough one. Once again, economical opening for the blue Ectelion. 3 tunnels into the Goblin Cave for the first time. I mean, we have seen Goblins plenty of times today, but it's the first time we see Goblins opening with a traditional Goblin Cave. Every single time we have seen them either with Fissure or the Spider Pit. And again, legit the first time of the day, we see a Goblin Cave opening for the Goblin faction. So, long story short, quick TLDR on this matchup. The Gundabad Orcs are stronger than the Goblin Warriors. That's the first thing. And Ingmar can easily keep up with the spam by building 2 Hall of the Kingsmen and outclass the Goblins big time. Extroverts are great, Wolf Riders are great, so there are so many great options. And also, this is one of the matchups in which Karsh, the Ingmar hero, can come in clutch, especially to deal with the Goblin spam. You know, when you have like 2-3 Goblin Caves and there is a Karsh can deal damage every single second with the Chill Soul, and as Goblins have really low armor, they will die from it. in a few seconds. So legit early game, mid game, late game is getting hard countered from the Goblins against Ingmar. Okay, so the Gundabad warriors are going forward, but sometimes you are lucky and then you can snipe down the Trummaster behind the battalion with the poison blades, and that's going to be a crazy situation that can actually be feeling great if you can kill this guy. If you can kill this guy, it's gonna be great. If you can kill this guy, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Dude, nice. I'm telling you, the positioning is extremely important with those Gundabad orcs, because they are powerful, they have a lot of strength, but they have also one weakness. The weakness is the strength at the same time. So the Traumaster, they are good and bad at the same time. Creeping action is going on in the middle. So the creep is going to be secured. We have Gundabad orcs and one pikeman. No Wolfdan yet, no second hall of the Kingsman yet. The question is, what is the best call here? Do you build the second hall of the Kingsman to keep up with the spam, or do you simply build up the Wolfdan and just trample them? And I think that's the choice. He's building up the Wolfdan to get some Wolf Riders on the field. Wolf Riders are potentially the worst cavalry in the game, but they are more than enough to actually take care of these Goblins. You know? One trample, the Goblins are dying to every single trample, crash, and you can get easily a couple of them. And that's the power of Ingmar. The scaling begins from the minute number 1, you know? Because you have such a crazy transition possibility very early. Warden is going to be used, but they will now turn into the Wolf Riders. Watch this. Boom, Wolf Rider. The mill is going to be still taken down though, because they won't make it in time, I think. He's trampling them in the front. He has to take care of this. So now he got to make a choice. He's choosing to defend this one, but in the meantime this one is getting damaged a lot. So maybe he can take this down with the second Goblin warrior coming. Oh, he's building a wall up, but he's handicapping himself. He's handicapping himself. He's handicapping himself. He handicapped himself with the wall up, guys. Give him the chance to commit on this one, to clamp on this one. Yes, he won't be able to take it down, but he handicapped himself there. Trust me on that one. There was actually, he was playing against himself, you know? Like, that's bad, because this is now very low, and all it takes is like a couple of hits, and it's gonna be destroyed. And during all this time, the Goblin economy is untouched. Now we have Spiderlings, which are, by the way, great against Wolf Riders. That's good. You know, mistakes like this can actually easily cost you the game, and that's gonna be one of the situations. Look at this mill, is gonna be taken down. This mill is also damaged, and taking down every one of the 3 starting mills from the Ingmar is actually huge, because none of them is gonna hit level 2 anytime soon. And now the Goblin player has to just defend himself, keep those tunnels protected, and it's a win-win situation in my book. And he will be also able to take down this mill. That's actually massive, dude. What is happening? Like, Andy Brandy is actually under pressure because he's playing not very good in this game. Trust me on that one. Rabbi Radagast. One more trample. Ingmar has still a great army here. Warden is going to be available. I mean, yes, Warden already available. That's good. 350 command points only though. That's not very good. 550 command points in exchange for the Goblin. So the Spiderlings are very great for harassment. They are very strong against buildings. They are, in my opinion, much better than Wolfpacks when it comes to go for harassment. And Goblins can use the momentum now of the advantage and keep snowballing. And that's the strength of Goblins. So if you have a lead with factions like Goblins and Dwarves, you can easily snowball your lead into a massive victory by building multiple tunnels offensively and never give the opponent the chance to actually push back. And now we have the fissure coming up as the production building number 4. 2 Goblin caves, Spider Pit level 1 into the fissure for the half-throw Swordman. He's able to win this fight. Lots of pressure. The Spiderlings, they won't be able to finish off this mill, but it's badly damaged. And once again, he knows the placement, he knows it's low. He will definitely try once again to take it down. Tunnel here at the bottom side. We have 2 Goblin warriors inside the tunnel. The mill, he is able to scout everything, right? He's able to see the locations of those mills. And later on, he might definitely get the chance to take them down one by one. And also he will be able to find this one, which has 0 protection. Many Spiderlings. 1, 2, 3, 4 battalions of Spiderlings to be precise. Cave Pets upgrade now on the fortress to see a lot. And when I mean a lot, when I say a lot, I mean a lot. Look how much vision control he has. Do you see that, guys? It's legit 50% of the map what you are able to see. And all of that only for 500 resources, which is exclusive thing for Goblin faction and Isengard faction. 5 power points collected after the war chant for Ingmar. And 7 power points for Ingmar and 5 power points for the Goblins. So Ingmar can go for the Snowbind or for the Felwind. Felwind can actually be good to catch those spiderlings and eventually trap them into your pikemen or extroverts, but the pressure is real. The melee is going to be taken down and more of them are coming. The Wolfpags, I don't know about that. Cave Troll action. I like that though. I like that though. Because as we are talking, there is not a lot of threat against the Cave Troll. Yes, the pikemen are not bad, but they are also slow. And unlike all the other pikemen, they have not even the porcupine formation. So unless the troll is getting into the melee range or tramples them down, I don't see them taking care of these trolls anytime soon. But Goblins gotta be fast, you know? You need to be fast against Ingmar. You don't want him to scale for the Dark Rangers, because I believe there is no counterplay. When he has Dark Rangers and then he protects them with the pikemen, there is little to nothing you can do, because you will always get out damaged. And keep in mind that Ingmar has like a strong and undodgeable Felwind long shot wombo combo potential, which can kill all your Goblin army in 1 single second. Hurry up! Big fight, Cave Patch is gonna be used. He doesn't want to commit, which makes kind of sense because he would get slowed down. There are just too many Goblins. You want to go for like a small trample in the situation. You don't want to ride into them. That's very good what Andy Brandy is doing here. Small engages and then disengage right off the bat. Be fast. Be efficient with your time. Goblin archers being recruited. More and more cave trolls. Spider Pit level 2 upgrade is incoming now for the Spider Riders. Even though I'm not a big fan of them, but I think they are going to be outpowering those Wolf Riders. Builder might be in trouble. I mean, he can build a wall up, I guess, right? I guess, right? Yeah. Close. Close, 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 close. He can creep this. He can take down the mill. He has many, many options. There is so much pressure, and I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it. From 2-0 lead, he's about to lose the series 3-2. What a great comeback. And keep in mind that the game number 2 was also almost won by Ectelion, and he decided to go AFK. And he's demolishing everything, dude. And guys, it's over. It's over. And Ectelion, from 0-2, manages to win the series 3-2 and moving on to the semi-finals.